Hello people, I am Jaby KOAY, joined by NISHI, MUNSHI, and we're going to look at BADHAAI, the official trailer with Ayushmann Khurrana and Sanya Malhotra.
Okay.
Would you like to say this correctly?
BADHAAI.
BADHAAI.
Namaste, hello.
Yes.
And I worked with Ayushmann Khurrana.
All right.
Lovely, super talented gentleman. I don't know Sanya, but looking forward to watching.
Let's start off this video with name dropping and showing off, yeah? That's cool. It comes out October 19th. Mark your calendars. Do not forget, that's when it drops, October 19th. Right next to Halloween. This is directed by Amit Sharma. Do you know that person too?
No.
Okay, cool. We're off to a good start.
मम्मी ठीक है? हाँ, मैं इसलिए तो बुलाई तुम लोग को यहाँ पे। तो डॉक्टर ने कही कि मेहमान आने वाला घर में।
मेहमान? मैं अपनी जगह किसी को देने का पापा? बता दिया मैंने आपको।
छोटा मेहमान।
What? That?
Oh, like a baby.
No, I know it's a baby, but like for her, the older lady?
Oh.
मम्मी प्रेग्नेंट है मेरी।
मम्मी मतलब तेरी मम्मी?
ये तो क्या तेरी मम्मी?
What? कैसे?
I think जैसे होता है वैसे।
Yeah, exactly.
हैं? अरे फिर से हो गया। जयराम। कौशिक साहब, शक्ल से तो बड़े शरीफ लग रहे हैं।
सबसे पहले तो नू जानना है मुझे। टाइम कब मिल गया तुझे? अब सब समझ आ रही। क्यों बहू का बटन टूटा करे रोज सुबह?
Oh boy.
गुस्सा थोक दे। तेरे चेहरे पे ना बिल्कुल ना सुहाता ये।
एक तो तुम ऐसी बातें करो मत। इन्हीं सब बातों का नतीजा।
क्या हुआ?
तू ही बता यार, ये भी कोई मम्मी पापा के करने की चीज है क्या?
Oh.
What? You find it embarrassing कि तेरे mom dad sex करते हैं?
तेरी मम्मी प्रेग्नेंट होती है ना, फिर देखता मैं।
मेरी मम्मी प्रेग्नेंट होती तो और भी बड़ी प्रॉब्लम होती यार।
देखा?
पापा नहीं है ना मेरे।
Wait.
I'm not saying that Nakul's a bad guy. अच्छा लड़का है वो. You know his family is a circus. I don't want to buy tickets to.
लगेगी कब से?
राइट वन कर दी।
My God, ट्रेन तक चल रही है.
आपका भी बेबी? गुड, वेरी गुड, करेक्ट एज है आपका।
नकुल, चल बेटा।
हाँ मम्मी।
That looks so wrong.
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
I'm totally watching that.
I have to reiterate once again that one of the things I love about watching Indian trailers is that at least a few times a week, I get to find these movie trailers of stories that I have not seen in American cinema. Maybe in the 90s you would, but today you wouldn't find this story in American movies. You might find it on an American sitcom, maybe, but not in American movies. And this looks like such a fun picture. Like, it looks like such a fun film.
Oh, yeah. And they have a great cast. It's hilarious. Like, the concept is, I think it's so cool. I love it.
It also addresses one of the things that is kind of taboo. I guess it's less taboo now than it was before, but it's like, it's still kind of icky to think about, which is your parents doing it. Like, it's just like, I mean,
Well, I mean,
you know,
with my parents growing up, they would always tell me stories in India where, you know, even if you are married and you have public displays of affection, if you're like holding your wife's hand or, you know, if you give her a kiss on the cheek, like people would freak out. And they would be like, don't you have any shudum? Like, don't you have any, what's the word for shudum? Why would you know? Shame. To do
Why would you
do
know?
that, you know, in public. So it's so cool that now people make movies about this stuff, and this is funny, you know.
well, it helps to normalize it and make it less of a shameful issue.
Totally.
When you see it in the movie, and you're like, oh, I guess it's not that bad. It's not that big of a deal. Like, why are we making it such a big deal when it's natural? It's normal. They're two people who are married and love each other, so why shouldn't they?
They can get it
Yeah.
with each other.
As a kid, I just remember every time if the bedroom door, it's like kids know when something's going on because the bedroom door is shut. And my dad had this wooden 2x4 thing, and he would put it under the doorknob so that no one could come in. And I was a kid going, "What's going on?" And they're like, "Go away!" Like, okay.
Poor dad, he's just trying to focus and like.
I guess I'll go back to playing Super Mario World. I don't know what's happening in there.
Yeah.
You know?
This is really cool that they do, because, sex has been such a taboo subject in general, I think, for a really long time in older Bollywood films. And we would kind of, like, it was funny to us because if two people kissed, like, they would go in for a kiss, and then all of a sudden they would be, like, behind a tree, or, like, a tree would show up.
Oh, that's still kind of a thing. Like, they'll hide it in each other's necks, like they're not actually kissing, or they'll just kiss on the cheek, or they'll just touch
it's starting
heads.
to get, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you see both. You'll see both. But I really like this concept a lot. I think it's a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to watching this. Like you said, the actors are all great. I like the color in the film. I like that it's taking this subject and broaching it. Movies, I feel like, at least in India, are making it easier to broach a topic than actually having the conversation. Like, it'll hopefully inspire that conversation after the fact. Whereas, like, I feel like here it's the opposite. We'll have the conversation lots, and then maybe you'll see a movie finally at some point.
I think approaching, maybe uncomfortable topics with comedy is the best way.
Well, of course, yeah.
To go.
Yeah.
Because everybody can laugh at these situations.
Right.
Like the first time I saw, a condom in my parents' too much dresser drawer. And I was like, what is this?
It just depends how the sentence ends.
And but it's good to, I mean, we're all human, and it's really cool.
I like that you've got different arcs happening here in this story. Okay. Like, primarily the one that I'm noticing is the one with the son, who has to contend with the oddity of his parents actually, like, having sex and, having a baby and whatnot. But it's more so them being intimate that's just making him uncomfortable.
Right.
And his girlfriend is like, it's totally cool. Like, I don't understand. And which is a very real thing, I feel like, because the guy's always the one that's like, ugh. And the women are like, what? It's natural. What's the problem? And so he has to overcome that. And ideally, by the end of the story, he will have come around to it and be more comfortable and celebrate it.
Yeah.
As opposed to being like, icky. You know what I'm saying?
Totally. No, I agree. It's cool that they bring into, like, there's still a lot of people in India, and even here, like my sister, they live in a joint family. Mm-hmm. So whatever you are doing, like the fact that his parents are engaging, and then, now his mom's pregnant, like the grandma, everybody has an opinion, and there's no boundaries. But I think that's beautiful because he's also learning that this boundary he's set up in his head doesn't need to be there.
Right.
He can accept it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, ideally, by the end of the film, he'll accept it.
Yeah, hopefully. Come on, Ayushmann.
He definitely deserved the pillow thing. Like, but it's fascinating that it's plaguing him so much that he had a Munich moment where he couldn't make love because he was thinking about his parents making love. You know what I mean by a Munich moment, right?
Yes.
At the end of Munich, what's his name? Eric Banana. So he was trying to make love to his wife, but all he could think about was Munich, which is like, he's so obsessed with it, he had to stop.
Yeah. But you're right. Why is that a thing? Why are guys more like, oh my God, than girls are?
I think it has somewhat to do with the fact that women are just more in touch with them. They're comfortable with being in touch with themselves because they kind of have to be from an early age. They have to be comfortable with the natural reproductive system and whatnot because of their, monthly cycles and whatnot. And so guys don't necessarily have to deal with anything until they're actually intimate with a person.
Right.
And so that comes way later. And so in that regard, women are maturing way faster than guys are.
And we're in touch with the humanness and human needs and primal needs and all
that. It may also have something to do with a woman's, I don't know if this is going to sound sexist, but like a woman's natural tendency or innate biology that makes her motherly, if that makes any kind of sense.
Yeah.
Nurturing, that's what I'm trying to say. Like that nurturing aspect of women might lend itself more to being open about that kind of stuff.
Fair enough.
Whereas guys are like,
I don't want to think about my mom having that life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it also might stem from some kind of Oedipus Rex thing where
Oedipal complex?
Yeah, Oedipus. Is it Oedipal? Oedipus.
It's synonymous, interchangeable.
I thought for a second that Oedipus was just the name, and I threw on Rex as like a T-Rex thing to make fun of it at one point, and it just stuck accidentally. Yeah. I'm glad that was a real thing. Okay, so men might have this Oedipus Rex thing where they're like so protective of their mom that they can't deal with the thought of their dad and mom making love.
But the Oedipal complex is the man imagining himself with his mom, right?
Variations, you know what I'm saying? Like, And the movie almost slightly hinted at it towards the end of the trailer.
Sure.
When
he
goes, "Hey, I'm having a baby," and then he walks out with his mom. Like it's like, ew, that's gross.
Yeah.
So
like they've just picked these scenes and moments really intelligently to even showcase in that one scene, like you're saying, so many layers that even society would naturally assume, oh yeah, you're at the perfect age, you're this and that. Nobody would be assuming that it's some woman in her 60s.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Be sure to check out NISHI MUNSHI on the social media. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out our other reactions, reviews, and short films. I am Jaby KOAY. This is
NISHI MUNSHI.
I thought you were gonna do a goodbye thing. We've been practicing this.
You want me to?
Go ahead, say goodbye.
Bye. Oh, namaste, aujo, sasrikal, salam.
Peace out.